반짝이는 눈빛 눈이 부셔 매일 날 감싸주는 손길.
Yoon Se-young smiled and told Choi Myung-ji that she had passed the flyer to Goo-hana. Choi Myung-ji praised her for being smart and asked who she took after. They shared a brief moment of happiness, but soon their joy would turn into sorrow and they would face punishment. Yoon Se-young's involvement with the flyer would lead to the downfall of both her and Choi Myung-ji. The story I'm about to tell is about why the flyer became their downfall and which character played a big role in sending them to prison. Yoon Se-young had stolen a flyer about Eugene from Go Ji-suk's house and sent it home. She later showed it to Eun-chong, who noticed a picture of her mother on it. Eun-chong showed it to Goo-hana, who upon seeing the flyer realized she wasn't Eugene. Her hands shook as she held the flyer and her mind raced with confusion. She couldn't believe the happiness she had felt was all a lie. Tears filled her eyes as she remembered the love and support she thought she had received from Shin Yeo-jin and Hwang Jin Goo. She cried, hoping it wasn't true, but at that moment, Yoon Se-young approached with a smile. She taunted Goo-hana, saying that once she knew the truth, she was nothing. Goo-hana glared at her, but what hurt more was realizing that Shin Yeo-jin and Hwang Jin Goo had known all along. She confronted Shin Yeo-jin, demanding to know why she had been deceived. Shin Yeo-jin's guilt was clear as she explained that she wanted to protect Eun-chong and that Goo-hana shouldn't have known the truth. Hwang Jin Goo entered the room and his silence confirmed to Goo-hana that he had known too. Overcome with emotion, Goo-hana decided to leave Shin Yeo-jin's house, feeling betrayed and heartbroken. But then she realized something was wrong. Eun-chong was missing. She searched the house frantically, but Eun-chong was nowhere to be found. Eventually, she realized that Choi Myung-ji and Yoon Se-young had taken him. With fury in her heart, she swore to reclaim everything: her truth, Eun-chong, and justice for those who had deceived her. Meanwhile, news of Goo-hana learning the truth spread quickly. Go Ji-suk, shocked by the news, went to confront Hwang Jin Goo. He angrily grabbed Hwang Jin Goo by the collar and demanded to know why he hadn't kept the truth hidden and made Goo-hana happy. Hwang Jin Goo was speechless. Choi Myung-ji and Yoon Se-young, believing their plan had worked, were thrilled. They thought Goo-hana would be out of their way now, allowing Yoon Se-young to become the heir of Hyesung Group. But their celebration was interrupted by a soft sound from outside the room. Eun-chong, holding the flyer and looking angry, was standing at the door. Both Yoon Se-young and Choi Myung-ji were stunned. Eun-chong turned and ran, determined to tell Goo-hana what he had learned. He met up with Goo-hana and Go Ji-suk, showing them the flyer. Go Ji-suk recognized it immediately as the one Yoon Se-young had stolen. He realized that Choi Myung-ji and Yoon Se-young were responsible for the deception. He quickly took action to gather evidence. When Yoon Se-young was out of the room, he sneaked in, hid a recorder in her bag, and waited for the right moment. Soon, Yoon Se-young and Choi Myung-ji began talking about their past crimes and everything was recorded. The next day, Go Ji-suk played the recording for Goo-hana and Shin Yeo-jin. The evidence was undeniable. Shin Yeo-jin, filled with anger and disbelief, vowed to expose their crimes. She used her connections to make sure the story went public, and soon the whole world knew about Yoon Se-young and Choi Myung-ji's actions. They were arrested and their assets were confiscated. In the end, Yoon Se-young and Choi Myung-ji were sentenced to prison.
'Cause you are beautiful.